Phones away. Make sure you don't get messages to tell you what to do. Okay? If there is a family emergency, I will let you know. Okay? Okay. Good luck, Simeon. Good luck, mate. Cheers. Thank you very much.
Alright. So I've got it.
Yes.
Okay. So standard fall on?
Yeah, it's a full on advanced sensors, 000 elusive.
Pretty standard fall. Havil, trick shot, Kane's gunner, green maneuver astromech.
Yep.
Is that what that is? Yeah. Ion turret and practice. Havil's ability is still the same, isn't it? But you can point the arc front and shoot extra nice.
Yes. And the last thing, guys, sorry, just press that green button to start the timer. You see the one, the blue one, that's it. Okay, so you're off. Okay? Cool.
Yeah, cool. I'll start setting up. In the middle. So you're three.
Guys, they hadn't started the timer yet, so...
Oh, alright.
Fair enough. Space is terrible.
Got 34 damage cards.
You meant to have 34. I think it's changed. Yeah.
Alright. Back counter.
Okay, we're underway. A huge thank you to Matt Whitham for agreeing to take part in this game. I was kind of worried I had a bit of a mess up. I hadn't paid attention to the fact that Matt Whitham had earlier asked me not to go on stream, and when I come down to picking up the last matchup of the day, I saw Simeon Dellapina and I thought that would be a perfect opportunity to get him on stream, and didn't pay attention to who his opponent was, and so Matt Whitham wasn't aware he was he was a bit miffed. So a huge thank you goes out to him for agreeing to take part and not giving me a nightmare of just having to pick somebody who was on a nearby table. And best of luck to both players here. Once again, thank you for joining us. We are here. Oh, wait a minute. Something else I've got to do. Something else I've got to do. Let's go.
Red line, advanced sensor barrel.
So last match of the day, we're going to quickly switch over and look at the ranking going into this round. Anthony Yates still ranked in first place as one of 4 players undefeated. David Sutcliffe we saw in the last round, and apart from Anthony, the other undefeated players are all scum. They are still scum. Let me get rid of that. There we go. So these two players, Simeon and Matt, are both on a 4-1 record. The winner of this match will progress to the top. The loser will be is more than likely going to be out, because there's only one possible player of making it through to the top 16 from the 4 and 2 bracket. And as you can see there, Simeon, for example, has a pretty high MOV, so he'd have to win a very powerful game this match to guarantee. You'd have to have a very good loss this match, is right, I should say, with a very low margin for Matt to be able to have any hope of getting that last top 16 spot. Whereas Matt also is pretty high, so you know, if it's a tight game, the loser could make it through. Once again, we've got Anthony Yates, first place as Imperial, second place David Sucklis, higher ranked Scum, and Steve Christian, fifth place is the highest ranked Rebel.
System phase? Yeah. We're going to drop the seismic.
Simeon dropping seismics to take advantage of Defrain's ability. And I need to put red line green because he's got a green base marker. Okay. Tomorrow will be the top 16, and we will be making every effort to try and get some diversity on the stream with regards to today being pretty much all Scum and Imperial. Not by choice. When I pick out the pairing, I'm looking at the Cryodex screen, the table numbers. I'm looking for the top table. I'm looking based on the rankings what numbers I should be looking at. So, for example, in this case, the people that were on 4 and 1 were positions 5 down to 25, so I know that I can go from table 3 down to table 12 at a maximum. Those are the tables I can pick from, and so I'm looking through names there. And I had two options here, and Simeon Dellapina was one of them. He agreed to go on. I hadn't checked with his opponent, but I did what I could. So when I'm looking at that, I don't get to see what factions are being played by those players. I only see their names. When we're doing the top bracket tomorrow, that's where I can actually see on screen the factions and information like that. So it makes things a lot easier for me. It would be nice if Cryodex could put players' factions on the table numbers. I understand it's completely non-relevant, but it would be helpful for me. And it would only be helpful for me. So it would be helpful for nobody else. So that's probably not something they're going to do, or he's going to do, I should say. Anyway, so Simeon being very cautious to deploy in the opposite corner. And Cav will be in the last to move this match.
At the end of the turn, seismic charge goes off, it's no one.
One of the things we did do, if you were paying attention to the Nerf Herder group on Facebook, one of the things we did do today is we did a trial run of an experimental new tournament registration software made by myself, which has been something that's been a long time in the running and worked really well. It basically takes 8 seconds to register a player. They show up, they scan the QR code from the app, and it shows up their list, how many points it is, and everything works out pretty awesome there. You just show up and scan everything, and it's done in 8 seconds per person, which means we get to give you some fantastic little stats, such as, let me get the right screen up on my laptop. No. Come on, this button. No. Let's go here. And then open this. So we have the faction distribution today is 29.5% Rebel, 28.8% Imperial, and 41.7% Scum. A huge amount of Scum. Most common pilots. Out of the whole field, this is all lists. The most common pilots are Palab Gadolhi in first place, Jakku Gunrunner in second place, Boba Fett in third place, Forlom in fourth place, and fifth place is Wedge Antilles. So a huge difference there from some of the other tournaments we've been seeing where Redline, Bombers and stuff like that have been making top lists. Here it is becoming pretty cemented in the meta that Jakku Gunrunners or Boba Fett, Forlom and Palav Gadalhi are very powerful ships, very cost-effective ships. Redline is the top Imperial list, followed by Whisper, top Imperial pilot, followed by Whisper, Suntir, Fail, Rex, Labrath, and Gamma Squadron Ace. Imperials have got Rebels have got Wedge, Luke, AP5, Bandit, and Garvin. Most common upgrades out of 132 players: Proton Torpedoes first place, Trick Shot, S-Foils, Moldy Crow, and Advanced Sensors in 5th place. Yeah, Imperials first place with Duke. And then Proton Torpedoes, Proton Bombs, Darth Vader, and Trajectory Simulator. And the most common upgrade for Scum is 000, followed by Moldy Crow, Trick Shot, Fearless, and Han Solo Gunner. Highest number of ships, T-65 X-Wing is the most used ship here today, followed closely by HWK-290 and the Quad Jumper. And for upgrade cards, on average, every ship throughout the whole tournament has 2.2 upgrade cards. Rebels got 1.91, Imperials 2.2, and Scum 2.47. So a lot more upgrade heavy on the Scum side compared to Rebels, taking less than 2 upgrade cards per ship. And number of ships in the list, 3.5 on average, 3.4 for Rebels, 2.4 for Scum, but 5.2 for the Imperials. A lot of heavy swarm lists as well on the Imperial side of the table. And the average initiative bid has been 2.5, 2.1 if you're a Rebel, 2.5 if you're Scum, and 2.8 if you're Imperial. What is the deal with so many Scum players on in this event? I think it's a question of the meta finally stabilizing, or settling, I should say. That the particular list that's proven very popular is Boba, Palob, and Forlom, which won the Spanish Nationals, if I'm correct. I've got it here, hang on, let me take a look. Spain put first place. Where's it gone? Yeah, Forlom, Palob, good, Boba. Yep. Well done, Carlos. So yeah, it's basically like I'm saying. It also did very well at Nordics, a similar list build. And yeah, most of these stats and list information will be published on that little GitHub site I've been running for the last couple of weeks. It's halfway ready to go. It's just missing the final ranking and results. Let me plug my laptop in, because once this round is done, I want to get on with that. So yeah, Simeon Dellapina. This is the first time I've seen him since he won the World Championship, and we got to see his awesome template tray. Unique item in the world, only one of those. And the seismic goes, and we lose some shields, I think. Oh.
Nothing that's in effect.
What we got here? We got 2, we got 1. Yeah, we lost the shield on Cavill. 4 miles away.
Me? Yep. Do Whisper first. No, we'll do Redline first.
Right, sir.
4 pins for the Palo. It's just not 3. Yeah, it's not.
Okay. So Proton Torpedo from Redline. And it looks like hitting a crit maybe, and it's like there's 3 evades with the focus. So no. And Whisper firing range 3 on Palob as well. Looks like he's got a focus and a hit.
You don't get an extra dice on those or anything.
And damage cards going on to Cavill. One more to get half points. .41% of the field is scum. 41.7. Imperial 28. Oh, my timer's not right, is it? It's what? Oh, thank you very much. All right, okay, wicked. Thank you. What? How long's left in the round? 1 hour, 1 minute. Okay.
You're well out of the standing, so it's not. That's it. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's nice.
Oh no, he's got. Whoa! Well, I was distracted. He's got a whole bunch more damage.
We like the swag.
So just 2 hit points left on Cavill now. Someone ask. Whisper ends up without shields. I've got the mic stand right up in the screen. I can't see. Okay. So once again, thank you all for joining us today. Anyway, I already did the ranking page, didn't I? We can have a quick look at that while we're here. Yep. Thank you all for joining us today. As for those of you who have just tuned in, this is the Nerf Herder event, an annual event, 3rd year in a row that it's been held. It was originally intended as a homage to the Steel Open, or an imitation, a homage to the Steel Open, having seen what the Steel Open did, and wanting to do something similar over here. And it's a charity event. 25% of ticket sales go to charity. They've had a raffle where all the proceeds have gone to charity with donated prizes. The first year they earned around £2,000 for charity. Last year £5,500. So now this year they're hoping to beat that record. And you guys from home can contribute. There are 2 ways to do that from home. You can send money through PayPal to nerfherder@yahoo.com. You see down the bottom right. This is in support of the children's ward, the Royal Heart Infirmary Hospital. Okay, the idea is to buy new toys for the sick children that are what's the word? I'm thinking in Spanish. I don't know, but the ones. Anyway, and the other one is to use the Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime subscriptions. If you are an Amazon Prime subscriber, you have a free ticket to give to this channel right now. Once a month, they give you a couple of free tickets you can give to the channels you like. Every single Twitch Prime subscription from this weekend will go towards the Royal Hull Infirmary charity. The money that Carl Walker, the event organizer, is collecting for that charity. So please do feel free to, if you are a Twitch Prime subscriber, if you are an Amazon Prime subscriber, to work out how to do that. And we will, and please click that button to give us a little bit extra. And it doesn't cost anything. It's something that comes included if you've got Amazon Prime, which a lot of people have. So, Simeon moving. No, this is Matt moving in pretty heavy on this one. Hoping to try and prevent like a slow creep.
forward. Left fire goes 1-4 bump.
A bump.
Red line is going to.
So yeah, response to that, the Bodder, thank you very much for your Twitch Prime subscription. That money will be going straight to the Royal Hull Infirmary. I guess he was maybe trying to make sure he wasn't just staying, just spending a couple more rounds just receiving fire from everyone. I mean, Simeon made it pretty clear he wanted to try and get both Cavill and Palov off the board before taking care of Forlom. Bumps.
So, end of the activation is Proton.
Yep.
So red line's going to spend a beta plate.
Yep.
And then those two take it.
So Cavill is on Panic Pilot.
Panic Pilot on Palov. On Cavill, sorry.
Very generous of you. And then
Palov takes a shield.
Start of combat phase.
The Proton Bomb changed in it? And Cavill is gone. Uses Darth Vader.
That's that. And then you'll start combat.
I'll assist combat.
No, Proton.
I'll take this piece of
red line. Proton torpedoes to the right.
Yep.
Three blanks. Well, no, 2 hits and 2 blanks. Rerolls. Gets a crit. Looks like so. 1 hit, 2 crits. Focus. Spends. Calculate to block 1 and loses 2 shields on Forlom. 1 hit, 1 focus. And a focus and a blank.
Evasion.
No damage done there.
And then Deathfire, range 3, primary weapon, 2 dice.
Blank focus.
So I'll do Forlom into Whisper.
Hit, crit. Ooh, nice. And 1 focus result. So 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, and a crit. That's a direct hit. Bye bye, Whisper. Savage. Completely unexpected. So hit, crit, and a blank. Well, some fireful dice. coming from... Oh, wrong box. Coming from Matt this round. And they go back to Dials. Savage. Absolutely disastrous turn of events there for Simeon. He managed to get Cavill off the board, but losing Whisper so quickly. I mean, still, Redline and Deathfire, it's going to be an uphill struggle for Matt with just Palob and Bop and Forlom. But yeah, that round couldn't have gone worse for Simeon, that one round. Dropping a Seismic to get a free action, and maybe he catches Palob, unless Palob's done some crazy turn to the now blocked. Okay. So uses the free action from Death Rain to barrel roll to the left. And Palob moves before Death Rain, so if he was going to try and turn to the right, he's been blocked. And Palob also dropping a bomb. Definitely got blocked. So yeah, definitely going to take another damage from a Seismic this turn. If Deathfire decides to destroy, or Simeon decides to remove the large rock that's at range 1 of the Seismic charge, then it's hard to judge, but I think he might just be in range 1, either just in or just out of range 1 there, because it's like a base and a bit, 2 bases and a bit. Don't think it's 2 bases and a half. I know, of course he hasn't moved yet. Okay. He's still pretty close to range 1 there, the back corner of that asteroid, that big asteroid. But now he can destroy the small asteroid, and it won't make any difference to him. Let's see, because you've also got the Seismic charge that Palob dropped, and Redline's current position isn't favourable either. And what's his action choices here for Deathfire?
Death Rain, advanced sensors, target lock.
Death Rain.
Get another target lock.
That's Redline. So yeah, he's ended up blocking himself on top of the within range of the Seismic charge now. That Seismic charge will destroy the large asteroids to the top left of the screen. Yep.
I'll choose
Redline's already got no shields, so it's going to be a damage card. Redline range 1 on Pal of Gaddafi. This doesn't look good for him. Forlom's ability.
okay, whoever it's going on. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for simplicity.
So, there we go. Range.
Yeah. Time to run. I'll wait.
Yep. Pick grip.
Console fire.
Brilliant timing on that.
And then range 1 primary.
And 1 hit, 2 blanks. He's got a target lock.
That's it. Oh, my lock was definitely on it.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking it's one of my locks. Yeah.
No, that's mine. This is his.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's alright. I'm mistaken.
Yeah. No, did he not have a target lock? What did I do this turn? I barrel rolled. I hadn't even taken the target on this turn. Yes, it doesn't matter. One. Just me getting it. No worries.
Just 1 hit then. A blank.
Elusive.
Uses elusive to reroll. Doesn't work for him. Oh, wrong ship. Hasn't seems lost all the shields.
I'll do, how many balls he's got 5 left. He's got 4 out.
Right. I'll do the red line.
Fall on range, 1 on red line. 2 hits, 2 blanks, and an evade.
What we like.
1 card.
Console fire.
And the console fire doesn't trigger.
Oh, why 4? 3 dice. 3 dice. 4 out the front. More range 1. Yeah.
Sorry, I forgotten person that way. It's that whack of shit.
Okay, 3 hits and a blank. Down to 1 hit point on red line. Palob lucky to limp away this round. And they go back to dials. So yeah, it's not looking good right now for Simeon because there's, I mean, blow for blow, let's say this round, Simeon removes Palob, but then Forlom removes Redline, and we're in a situation where it's Death Rain on Forlom, and Forlom isn't exactly the most mobile, but neither is Death Rain. Death Rain's obviously got all those bombs to help him, to make him more agile. It would be in Death Rain's favour, absolutely, because Forlom's already down to 4 hull points as well. So, I mean, Simeon's got most of this game in his favour, but at the same time, it's not going to be very easy for him. Okay, Pal drops his the other seismic, and 2 turns toward it. He's got that boost though, hasn't he? Yeah.
Where is it? Things I should realise.
It's from the middle.
Yeah.
And then when you do that, it's the lines in it there. As in like this. this bit hits the middle, to the middle,
That medium base barrel roll.
Got a target one. I'll just calculate. Putting up on census. Sitting on form, definitely. We went there. So it's a bit
And 4Ks, okay. Giving him a good position to be able to chase red Death Rain, but Death Rain's going crazy as well. And also Ks. The choreogram. So, red line fits.
so I'll have target lock on both of you.
He's out of range of that asteroid now.
There's nothing else.
Oh, that was his advanced sensors boost, huh? Okay. And then he 4Ks as well. Oh, okay. Ooh, Forlom. You're in trouble.
Proton, later,
Yep.
and then Proton.
Gets a structural... No, you lose stabilizer.
This guy, raise 2 primary.
Red line fires on Forlom. One hit, rerolls a target lock. Hit and a crit, I think he's got. And there's a blank, so hit and a crit on Forlom.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you did it, Red.
He uses elusive, so he only takes the crit. And that is a weapons disabled. What's it called now? The weapons thingy. Weapons failure. Down to 2 hit points left on Forlom. Death Rain firing. 1 hit. Gets 2. And a blank. Dead. Forlom. Palob, 2 hit points left versus 2 punishers. He can probably scratch red line off the table, but he's not going to get any points from Death Rain. And that's in typical fashion from Simeon, a pretty quick game. I mean, for second edition, we've been seeing a lot of games go to time. This game, pretty quick. I mean, obviously there are games that finish quickly, and Simeon's t-shirt there, barefoot meta. But I do not think he's barefoot here today. It's pretty chilly. The floor is.
After you.
Okay, so Palob, 2 turns to the right. And I think you're going to see here very cautious maneuvers from Simeon, because he's got the game where he wants it. There's no need to rush. Oh, and prepping up the seismic charges. Prepping proton torpedoes as well on red line. And here's going to come the 2 turn to the right on red line. Maybe even 3 straight with Death Rain. Whilst I guess the Hawk is probably going to go to 3 bank to the right to try and get as much distance as possible. So yeah, like I say, I'm guessing he's going to try and head in this kind of a direction, whilst red line comes around the hard 2, and a somewhat free straight maneuver from Death Rain. Drops a Proton out the back to be able to get a free boost action. Free bank. Now. And boosts one to the right. Yeah, it was a free straight followed by. Yeah, you can't boost again. He's already boosted once. Advanced Senses barrel roll to the left with red line and back. And then takes a 2-turn, yeah? Yeah, that's what I said. So there you go. Obviously, thanks to the boost, Death Writing got further up than I expected. Palob is probably going to be taken off the board here. Yeah, because Proton Torpedoes. 3 blanks get re-rolled. Hit, crit, I believe. Evade. Looks like it. It's definitely 2 if it's not 3. And that's the end. Okay, well, quick game. So well done, Simeon Dellapina. 200 to 103, giving him a margin of 297 to 103. Well done. So let's pop over, congratulate them, and give them an interview. Oh, there we go. We're already there. It's just it's a bit high. Oh, okay. Cool. So well done, Simeon. Top 16. Okay. You've gone 5-1 in the end. Yeah. Obviously, it's a big deal for you guys to try and continue the legacy of Nerf. Yeah. So I mean, and we've already mentioned about how big of a deal this tournament's become because your dad wins and goes on to win European Championships. You win, and it kind of makes it like the next person is like it's kind of like a legacy that they inherit, and everyone will be watching to see what they do next. So it's interesting. Your dad's not done so well, has he? He's kind of like washed out towards the bottom. Is it? Do you think? Because I know obviously Rasta is like is Rebel through and through mostly, yeah. And Rebels right now are suffering a little bit. Do you reckon?
Rebels are just really boring to play, and the only thing that's fun is Luke, but you can't put much with Luke.
Yeah.
You know.
That's all right. I can hear you fine. I was just trying to get a little bit more.
I think he's had a bad day. Dice day. I heard that his dice were going really badly first 2 rounds. Yeah. So, you know, a little bit of both, a little bit of not enjoying the list maybe.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's been quite difficult. If we take a look at the rankings we had before going into this round, you'll see like the top 4, 3 of them were Scum and 1 Imperial. And the round before, top 8, which were all undefeated, 7 Scum, 1 Imperial. So there's
a lot of Scum about.
There's a lot of Scum about. Oh, I'm switching to the wrong camera. There's a lot of Scum about, and it's proven to be quite effective, especially with the Bobber Palob, and in most cases, it's full on is the list that people are using. With yourself, you're playing with the double Punishers and Whisper. This is also proven to be quite effective list for Imperials, and are you finding anything particularly difficult to beat with that list?
I don't play enough X-Wing to know at the moment. I haven't lost a game with it.
Okay.
So at the moment, it's the best list in the world.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, absolutely.
I don't have a lot of practice anymore. So I've run the list before. I've run Whisper a lot. I mean, my practice with Whispers, like during the end of last season after Worlds, that was all I played. I just played Whisper.
Absolutely.
And it's really good. It's tried and tested. And I know it's really negative, like as in what it does and the way it makes.
Especially with how much ordnance you're bringing in Death Rain and Red Line,
But everyone else is taking the most broken stuff.
Yeah, well, because that's the way it works.
I
Isn't
can't
it?
afford
That's the way it works. We've got like the situation that we're looking at is basically like, and now they're saying about how they're going to update points every 6 months. Now, I kind of see that as being a negative point because I would have liked to see something a lot more incremental, like a little more regular, because the problem you're going to have then, especially with new releases coming so regularly, is that you're going to have a situation like where you change the points and then a new release comes out and there's some broken combination that they hadn't factored in and you're stuck with that until the next time they reset points. And
that's what I'm not looking forward to with once First Order and Resistance come out, because the balance change is in January, so people might not have even realised what's broken in separatist, not separatist. The
first order and resistance.
So we could end up with this exact same thing with a problem list.
Exactly.
Doesn't come out of the meta for a few months.
Which is what we've been going through for the last 2.5 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
This is the most like passive meta. Like the scum lists that are doing well, I get that there's still tokens and stuff, but you can play around all of that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You either get out of Palab's Arc. I know it's hard, but you can do it.
Yeah.
It's not an unwinnable game in any sense. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
All these lists that are doing well require real good flying as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And in your case, how much success have you had? Well, you said you've won with all the times you played.
Yeah.
Have you played against this boogeyman list, the Palab Forlom?
I had a go with it as well.
Yeah.
And it's like Paratani, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's a standard X-wing list. It just does what it does. That Forlom's a blocker. Palab deals with aces, and Fen cleans up. Or Bobber cleans up.
And so really, when you're talking about how when you were trying to decide a list, you basically went for this one because it's the one that kind of more fits into you, something you've got more experience with. We're seeing a lot of success from players who are basically transitioning into second edition with basically a similar thing to what they played beforehand. Like for example, Jesper at the Coruscant Championship was basically playing Fangs and Hawks that he's been playing for the last 2 years anyway. And Dale doing very well as well with his Imperial Aces, because he's always been playing Imperial Aces. So there's not that much of a transition for them. They've kind of taken it easily. And in certain sections, like for example in the Rebels, it's difficult. And like we're saying, when they come around to rebalance, if First Order and Resistance haven't come out in the next 2 weeks, it's going to be very close to this rebalancing day, and the question will be is that will they have noticed what it is, and maybe they're probably destroying whatever's powerful now so that something else can resurge, and we go back into this power creep cycle where it's just like
there's always going to be
buy the new stuff because it works.
There's always going to be a list that theoretically is the best list. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the list that has the best maths behind it.
And as things go on, the card pool becomes bigger. It just becomes even worse. Yeah.
And that's harder for them to manage. So I think eventually they'll just start removing. Yeah. They will just start removing sets of cards.
It's like you brought up Paratani as well. And Paratani, the problem with Paratani was that those cards had all been out for a while. It just took ages for someone to actually put their finger on it and say, look at this.
Yeah.
And
Mindlink itself. Mindlink was nowhere when it first came out.
Yeah,
and then once the next wave came out, it was everywhere. Yeah. You just couldn't see a table without it on.
And it wasn't that anything particularly changed. It was, and even when the new wave came out, that it was still a while before that Paratani emerged.
And no one really realised it for a bit.
And that'll be the situation that we might find ourselves in. Is that there's a killer combination that people haven't realised just suddenly appears.
I still think there may be one, in current game. I feel like Rebels have something, but no one's really worked it out yet.
Yeah, true. You know I mean, it's kind of hard to say, isn't it? There's so many variables, and people are obviously the people that are maybe not as creative or maybe need more support as far as list building is concerned are gravitating towards the more powerful lists for something that's more of a sure chance, and that's making it that there's less experimentation as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's harder to find those things. But that's awesome. Nice chat, man. Thank you. Really, like I said, congratulations. I haven't seen you since then. I wanted to. I came this close to coming for the European and stuff like that because of what happened, and because of Jelte as well getting to the top to the final. I was also very close friends with the Amsterdam Squadron guys, and it was really cool. And I ended up falling asleep in the final
that's fair enough.
because it was just
really late.
And also you guys. You had your 2 hours, and you kind of not so played, but you take your time, and it was and I was I couldn't hold it. But I woke up just before the whole roaring thing, and I was it was really cool. And I went to bed for 2 hours before I had to get up again, so it was really late. But it was awesome, and that's it. You get to go back next year. And so you're really keen for that. You're really excited.
Yeah, it's a while away still, but hopefully I'm still enjoying X-Wing as much as.
And right now you're saying you're not getting much practice in. That's not because you're not really inspired by it.
Real life,
Too much hassle.
I have to work now.
Yeah.
I have can't just go to school anymore and come back and play X-Wing on the weekends.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's now, okay, I have to work in the week, and on the weekends I have to do all of my social stuff crammed into one.
Yeah.
It's not, oh, I'm going to work and it's social because it's school. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, I just play maybe once a week at home on a weekend, and I have like 2-3 games with Dad. That's it, really.
That's it.
Do tournaments maybe.
Well, we'll
like
see.
once a month.
Is it too much to ask you what kind of work you got in the end?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
I haven't got any work, but before it was just warehouse work.
Okay, cool.
Just, pretty good pay for terrible hours.
Yeah.
And terrible work.
Yeah.
But it's cheap
Yeah, absolutely.
to get there and stuff. It's cheap to maintain myself at the moment.
Yeah.
Why it is earn the most money as I can. You just save a bit up, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Until I can get a job
like,
I enjoy more.
Absolutely. At your age, a lot of people are like going to higher education and stuff like that. I always kind of felt like there is a lot of higher education is very diluted at the moment. There's lots of courses that maybe don't have so much value as what they should do, and in some cases, it can be better to just get yourself in employment and learn skills.
100%.
Yeah, because when you do go to university, you learn certain things, and if you're going up at the high end, maybe it's something that ends up being valuable to you. Yeah. But at the same time, there's
you don't want
a
to
lot
do anything high end.
There's a lot to be going for, like actually being hands on. Yeah,
definitely.
Man. Excellent. Well, I'm glad everything's working out for you, man. And look forward to seeing you again soon. Well, let's see how you do tomorrow. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Thank you very much. So that's it for play from today. Thank you very much, everyone. Matt refused to be interviewed. Well, didn't refuse. He declined to be interviewed, I say, very politely. And like I said before, it was kind of a mistake that he ended up on stream. But because he didn't really want to go on, and it was just kind of like wires just got crossed. And he was very conveniently obliged me to appear on the stream so we could watch Simeon Dellapina make his way through to his second top in a row of the Nerf Herder Championship. I don't know if he made it the first year. I don't think he did the first year. Anyway, we're going to stay online because there's supposed to be like an auction thing. We'll see if we can, if I can probably live stream that. But for now, that's it. And we'll be getting some rankings up. We'll be giving you a sort of information from that. So please do stay tuned. And if not, come back tomorrow for the top 6.